Well, part one was a lot of chocolate work. So now we're going to get to fondant. I know everyone's waiting for the lace stuff. I want to wait a little bit so that everybody can get kind of back in gear here. Some people I know can't join. It's pretty late, I think, on the East Coast, and I'm on the West Coast. It's only 8:20, so I'm going to kind of touch on what I have going here for the new people. Oh, look at all those hearts. You guys are so sweet. Yes, 11:20. Oh, thank you for being up and awake. I know it's Friday. Hashtag Baker's Life. Everybody's up all night, right? Anyway, so hopefully you guys are working on something gorgeous right now. I'm only working on this. It's my anniversary weekend. So I didn't take any orders, so I'm only doing this. Cameron and Cake Pops, hello. Hi. And you're done, great. Oh, mermaid apples. That's gonna be great. I was gonna call you, but, oh, to go out to sushi. Did you go out without me, Shelly Poppins? I hope you didn't, because then I'll be mad at you. Shelly Poppins is another, okay, good, then you're not fired. Shelly Poppins is my best friend. If everybody doesn't know, she lives down the street. She also does cake pops. She's my mortal enemy and also my best friend in life. And I always tell my customers, don't order from her, only order from me, but she's also my friend. No, I'm just kidding. I do tell people to order from her all the time. She's great. She's fabulous. Actually, while I'm talking about Shelly Poppins, and before I get going, I want to talk about how I keep my molds. I went over this before. So this is my mold binder. Let me slide it. This is my mold binder. Shelly Poppins got this made for me. Ta-da! The camera's kind of really close in, but these are like little clear picture binders. So I put all my molds in here. I'll do a zoom out later tonight and go through all this. These are all my millions and billions of molds. They are all from Lolly Cakes by Ella, every single one. There are other mold makers out there and sellers. I know this. Ella has been a friend of mine for my entire cake pop career of 5 years. There's my binder, 3-ring binder. That's how I keep them. Shelly Poppins. Yes, Lolly Cakes by Ella. And so anyways, Ella has been my friend for years and years, since the beginning of my career. She's one of my first cake pop friends. So she and I have a great relationship, and I get all my molds from her right now. And this is from her. And all my molds are from her. So I'm going to start going over the lace. Here I have a fondant bow that I'm going to paint gold tonight and put on a cake pop tonight. And then this is a chocolate one. And in the previous video, I went over the difference of why I like fondant over chocolate. You can see the details in chocolate. I adjusted my lighting too, so hopefully this is pretty good lighting. Yes, I'm going to go over the painting. The detail in the chocolate's not really that great in this. You can still see the video from the last one. You can still play it for 24 hours from the last one. And I had to cut it short because my little one started crying. So now I'm back in effect. And we're going to start doing lace. This one. I'm going to do the lace live, nervous. So here's the lace. It's hard. I did it earlier today. This one's hard, but I want it to be soft because I'm going to stick it on a cake pop. We're going to do like a whole design over a cake pop tonight. So we're going to do a couple things. So here we go. I have Wilton's fondant here. It's just white Wilton's. Make sure you get it brand new out of the bag so it's not like dry. Actually, that stuff's pretty dry from when I took it out earlier. Sorry for all the crackling. You want a good size with this lace. Actually, for all molds, that's a good tip. If you're using fondant in your molds, you want it to be a pretty good size to cover kind of the whole length of the cavity, like this. Can everyone see the length? You want it to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to turn it like this works better for me. I'm going to start right here. Let me just get this in a good shape. Okay, so I don't start it anyway special, but just at the very beginning of the cavity, of your lace cavity here, Okay, and then you have this is a Wilton's white rolling pin. This is the key to using fondant in your molds. This is the best tool ever, and if you want to use fondant in your molds successfully and easily, this is it. No knives, no nothing, just this. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if I could do it. So I'm going to push down pretty hard, pull towards myself. There we go. Does everybody see this part? So it's already thinned out right here. So I just push down a lot of pressure. So most of the time I do this standing, so it's kind of tricky to do it sitting. And this lace is pretty tough because it's got all this intricate details. But you can do it with fondant, and I'm showing you right now. So then you're just going to go back over it. A lot of pressure. Everybody see that? It does take a lot of practice, but it can be done. Okay, so does everyone see? So all those little holes are free and clear of fondant. Okay, so all this excess on the side, just take what you just scraped off, use your fondant, clear it off, and then if there's still some little stuff, you can either use your finger or this thing and just push kind of the edges away so that when you pull it out, off, and then if there's still some little stuff, you can either use your finger or this thing and just push kind of the edges away so that when you pull it out, it doesn't get stuck there. So I'm going to use some of this fondant to pull this excess off. I hope the lighting's okay and everybody can see. I'll do another one too so everyone knows it's not just a one-time fluke. So you're just kind of like moving the fondant around so it's not stuck to the edges. So at this point, you might need to go over it a couple more times to get the excess off. Maybe the next one I'll have to go over it a few more times, but this one looks okay. It's kind of thin right here, but that's okay. It's just a practice one. So if you want, you can put it in the freezer for a couple 30 seconds or something, 10 seconds to get it hardened up. But I'm pretty used to using it, so I don't have to. Right now it'll probably mess up since I said that. So just start kind of pulling it away from the mold. Like I said, from the freezer, it would just come right out. No problem. And it's pretty sticky right now. So I just pull it out and stick it to my finger. If you get it in the freezer, it won't stick to your finger like this, but I don't have time to get up and put it in the freezer. So from the freezer, it will be like a perfect circle, just like this one. Everybody see that? Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna just move this over to the paper, and I'll do another one. And I did, actually I think I just posted it before this video. I did one with a butterfly. And with the butterfly, you kind of just do the same thing and then stick it in like against a book with wax paper on it. So it's like at an angle, and dry it overnight. And it will just be stuck, you know, fondant dries hard. So it'll just be stuck in that shape, and you can stick it on anything. Let's see how this one comes out. See, so this one got thin right here as I moved it. See how it got thin at that edge right there? So what you can do is just take this fondant, stick it right there, push it in, slide it out, and that just fills up those cavities. And then take your rolling pin, a little less pressure. And see, so this is good that this is happening because I can show you guys a couple times over. We'll take all this excess off. So I'm using a lot of pressure. I don't know if you can see my fingers. And you see that excess right there that I just took off? Okay, and then back this way, take this off. So it's still not as clean as I want it. So I'm going to go one time over this way again. There we go. So it doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but all that excess just came off right there. And then again, you're going to take your fondant and just use it to clean up the sides. So it's not that film that's going to make it stick in there. And then you're going to use your finger, and you're just slightly, kind of sliding your finger along to push the sides. And the video on Instagram that I posted shows all this, the same moves, the same process, but I just had to speed it up to fit in that 15-second time period. So anyways, so you can see when I bend it, it creates that little, gets it out of there. If you guys are asking questions, I'm sorry, I will keep asking when we go over it, over this stuff at the end, because can't see the screen right now because I'm doing this stuff. So again, you're going to want to put it in the freezer. That would be the best option for like 30 seconds, and it will come out way easier, but we don't have 30 seconds, so I'm just going to pull it out with no freezer. I'm just going to do it pro style like that. Lay it out like that. That one came out pretty good, so we're going to paint that one and put it on a cake pop. You guys like that one. So there you go. No sugar veil needed, for me at least. And you can do a ton like that. I don't have to mix anything different. Just came out of this nice handy little foil bag. So there we go. So let's paint this before it gets too hard. And people are asking me stuff on Instagram. I have my phone right here and people are asking stuff. Do you ship orders? Oh no, I don't. If you're on here and you ask me if I shipped orders, I do not ship orders. It's too hot. It's like 100 here. Okay. It's 110 here. I can't ship. They would die and melt in minutes. It wasn't me this time. You can ask me anything you want. Anytime. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and paint this gold. Because I'm going to let me get all this stuff off of here. Get this more of like a better shape that I want it. So I'm just going to put, just kind of like we did with the ring cake pops before. Our cookie orders, Corey Bake says our cookie orders are dying when we ship them. I know, I know. Do I use cornstarch or Crisco for the molds? I don't put anything in the molds. If you're using fondant, with this method, using this tool, you should not have to put anything in them. Hopefully. I might be eating my words there. But for me, as long as you get enough practice in with these molds, and I'm going to do a couple more with the fondant so you can see how great this works. This tool is just so great. I don't put anything in them, but if you need to, and if that works the best for you, I know some people do, but I don't want any like film or anything on the fondant when it comes off. So for speed purposes, I just don't put anything in. So basically I have found ways in my work to make it go as fast as possible, as efficiently as possible, without having to use all like extra stuff. So I'm showing you guys now how you can cut out all these kind of extra steps that you don't really necessarily have to do. So what am I using to paint? Somebody asked me, what am I using to paint? This is Albert Ooster's Gold Dust. It's like just a form of highlighter. So any highlighter will do. We talked about in the last video session about disco dust and edible and non-edible and non-toxic and all that. So if you'd like to rewatch that. But I'm going to paint it dry. I'm not going to do it wet because the fondant's already sticky, so I don't want to add wet. If it was dry like this one, see this one doesn't bend. It's pretty hard, solid. It's only been drying for a few hours, so it's pretty solid. I could use wet on that, but I'm not going to use wet on this one because it's already pretty sticky. So I'm just going to brush it with dry highlighter. You guys can already see that when I lift it up, you can see through kind of the holes. You can also do you attach it to the cake pop when it's stiff like that? I don't. When it's stiff like this, it's better for like Oreos, like the large Oreos. That's why I didn't use this one, because it's stiff and you really can't do anything to a cake pop like this. So you want to use this stuff when it's still flexible. So like this one, I'm just going to drape over the top of the cake pop. So we'll do like a whole nice little design over it. We'll do a few designs. Okay, so I'm just kind of dry brushing this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to need a spatula. So this one looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to get one of these black. Have you tried this method with larger lace mats? Ella just sent me the larger lace mats, and I've been pretty busy, so I haven't gotten to use. I kind of worked with it a little bit on the larger lace mats, but I didn't have any new fondant. And it worked still, but my fondant was kind of older. And it didn't work as good, so you definitely have to use brand new fondant right out of the bag. I love your work. I'm from Fresno too. Yay, Central Valley in the house. What was that last question? Somebody said, color the other side. I'm gonna drape this over. Do I only paint one side? I'm gonna drape this over this. So will marshmallow fondant work as well? Yes, it will. Yes. If you wanna make your own, yes, it will work for sure. For sure. Marshmallow fondant is great and yummy. So let me just grab a spatula really quickly. Sorry, I forgot that. I'm just going to grab a knife since it's right here. Okay. So I'm going to just put these down. I have other cake pops. These are the cake pops that we made the other night when we dipped white and pink. I'll move this closer to you guys so you can see what we're doing. So you can kind of see that the fondant's already starting to get stiff here. And because it's pretty sticky still, usually I would use water to attach it, but this is just for tests, so I'm not gonna really do anything to it. Okay, so I've just placed it over, and I also normally wear gloves, so don't judge me on that. This is not for any customer. This is just for you guys. So yeah, it's already getting stiff. So you're gonna wanna kind of just push it down. The water would probably have helped. Actually, I have some water here. I might just get one of my brushes out to apply that on there to help it stick. I know you guys can't see, sorry. Because it did get stiff pretty fast. Can we see? Yeah, the water is definitely helping it stick. Man, that fondant, it must be really dry in my house because it got dry super fast. I'm from Miami. How do you do your cake pops so round? Actually, I do have a cake pop rolling video on Instagram. I roll them by hand. Okay, so it's not all the way flat. I mean, you could take some time to get it all the way flat there, but you guys get the picture. So there we go, it's on black. Okay, so now we're gonna take our flower, this, that we just did. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the finished design here. And this is why you wear gloves, because now my fingers are all golden. Can you guys see it? They're all gold now? Okay. So this is a flower that I did before, and this flower is in chocolate, and I use this mold. The black and gold is stellar. Doesn't it look awesome? Okay, so this is chocolate. What about the rolling thing that they're selling? I think it's expensive. Oh, wow. You just put me on the spot. I am going to say that I roll all my cake pops by hand, and that's what I think about that. Yeah, yes. I just roll everything by hand. I think that's best. It works best for me. And I haven't heard that, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I think I'm good there. So then I just put some chocolate on the back. Let me see, let me find a good spot for this. Let's see, how about we do like right there. Okay, we'll just hold it there for a second. Let me look at this from my perspective so I can get a good look at how this is going. Okay, so there you have the flower with the lace. I probably wouldn't want to put that more to the side if it was me, but still, it's pretty good. The flower with the lace in the back. Okay, so now you have a chocolate flower with a lace in the back, gold lace in the back. Okay, so there's one. So now we did two lace with the fondant, and we finished this whole cake pop. So now I want to show you some more of the fondant work in the molds. And I'm going to do these letters because this letter mold is, who's the mold maker? I got this from Ella, Lolly Cakes by Ella. I get all my molds from Lolly Cakes by Ella. I know there are other people, and I know they sell them other places, but I get mine from Lolly Cakes by Ella. So That's where I get mine from. However, this is the only one I didn't get from her. I got this one. This is Martha Stewart's mold from Amazon. And I think it varies between $6 and $9. It's my favorite letter mold. And you just go on Amazon and put in Martha Stewart letter mold. And I use it all the time, and it's the best letter mold. I just love it. Is anybody bored yet? I hope not. I know, I was too. Okay, so she said, don't mind me fangirling over Truly Mad Plastics being in here. Okay, Truly Mad Plastics just commented on something on my Instagram and asked me a question, and I was like, I answered her question, and then I commented again saying, and then let me say, you watched my video and I'm gonna die that you watched my video. So I'm also fangirling over that. I fangirl over a lot of stuff. It's so weird to me. So anyways, Truly Mad Plastics, holla. So great, so great. So I fangirl over a lot of you people. When you guys come in here, I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's here. So great. So anyways, okay, so let's do the letters. Truly Mad Plastic saying, what? Yeah, right. You're the bomb. You know it. Okay, so I'm going to do a B. This mold with chocolate, no good. No. Don't do it. Don't not do it. It's not a good idea. The chocolate is pretty much, it's not a good idea. It's not going to work. Everything's going to break, and you're going to cry yourself to sleep. It's going to be a sad, sad story. But if you do it with fondant and this thing, oh, your client doesn't want fondant. Okay. Maybe I should do it with chocolate. Just to show you that it can be done, but it's very hard. Okay, I can just, I don't want to do it with chocolate because it's good. I'm going to have to stick it in the fridge and take it out. But if you like slide it up a little bit instead of trying to just like this, if you just slide it up on the side and just start like kind of peeling it out, that might work. So, and then, or maybe tell your client that you don't have any chocolate. Just kidding, she won't buy that. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this with fondant, and it's so easy, so easy. So I'm going to take this, like I said, enough to cover the whole width of your whatever you're doing. You can make 1,000,000 letters at one time. Just watch. Okay, so you're going to start, just take your tool, can everybody see? Shove it in, slide forward. That one didn't do very good. There you go, shove it in, slide. And slide. See that? B? Okay. Did you guys see how easy that was? I can make 1,000,000 bees. 1,000,000 bees in 10 seconds. Bees all over the place. I'll do it again. What letter should I do? What's your favorite letter? B is my favorite letter. All my kids start with B. Try an E. Okay, you got it. My maiden name starts with E, so also my favorite letter. Push it in and slide. And then slide back the excess off. Okay, everybody see? Take your excess fondant, just pick out the, like Play-Doh, you're just picking out the excess. Bend it. See how you can see that little, you can use gum paste too. Somebody said I gave up on fondant. You can use gum paste. You could probably, you could definitely, oh, I'm sorry, let me finish that. You can use gum paste for sure, for sure. Hi, Chili. I see you. Hi from Chili. Hi. I don't use a cutter for my letters. I use all this. I did use cutters, but I don't like the shapes of the cutters. The fondant sometimes does rip, but if you're just really careful taking it out, like I just did on there, you just bend it like that and just carefully take them out. Can I do more than one letter at a time? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it. What should I do next to each other? Something, I don't know. Would you want to do like a C and D next to each other? I don't know. Let's see. Looks like yes. Oh. There we go. C and D. Next to each other. So I guess you could just do, you know, just kind of, if you needed all the letters, you could just do them. Oh, see, look, I did J too at the same time. We'll finish that J off. So you guys can see why I love this mold. It makes pretty, pretty letters. So easy to use. Here, let me get the excess off here a little bit. So you guys can see I'm just putting pressure on and sliding. I don't have to use any knives. And then let's try to pop them out. And like I said, if you have soft fondant, if you think it's too soft, just put it in the freezer for a little bit. Oh, I dropped that one. See, that D came out really nice. Perfect. I've never done all the letters together, so that's a first for me too. J. Flip that over. And then I. All together. Will the freezers make the fondant sticky? My nails help in taking it out. Well, usually I am wearing gloves, so that makes it a little harder, but yeah, they're definitely helping right now. But you can always use these tweezers. I don't use like regular people people tweezers, not regular people tweezers. They have these kind of like tweezers from the Ella. Lolly Cakes by Ella. And no rolling, right? What is that? What do you mean? No rolling. No rolling what? Human tweezers. Yes. I shouldn't have said regular people tweezers. That was rude. Human tweezers. Yes. The rolling pin. Do you want to know? This rolling pin is Wilton's white rolling pin. Yes, I push it. I don't roll it. Push it. Yes, I saw this method you use for the circle one. I just used it for the anchor. Yes. So this method is pretty much what I use. I'm going to kill all the letters. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. I'll keep the D so we can put it on something. So I put this for Push It Girl. I knew that was Momorella's that said that. So I use this method for everything. I'm going to do it in the yellow mold, the yellow mermaid tail molds. So, oh, Darlene, little Dar is back. Just so everybody knows, Darlene, what did you say again? She tried to view it on the web. Darlene tried to view the Periscope on the web thing, however you do that, and it gave her computer a virus, so don't try to do that. Just for everybody's well-being and safety. Have I done burlap? I haven't. I saw somebody did the burlap mat tonight and did this beautiful cake with the burlap flower. And I need to get that burlap mat. That's really gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to do the mermaid tail mold with the fondant. And we'll see how this is going to go. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna just kind of like fill this in. I'm doing this for Mama Morella's Sweets and Treats because I use this on her table, and then she tried to use chocolate in hers and was having a horrible time. So I'm just kind of pushing. Got a little thin there on the end. So I'm gonna fill it up again. Can everyone see what I'm doing? So I filled the mold. So it's all full of fondant, right? Okay, so now I'm just pushing it. Peeling it back there. And some of this is tricky stuff. Just pushing it. So you're kind of using the rubber of the mold versus the plastic here and using it to work with each other. For some reason, these two materials, the rubber and this rubber, are just like the perfect combination. So I'm kind of using this to just push in the sides so there's no residue, because the last thing you want to do is have a million of these to clean up the sides after you take them out of the mold, you know. So I've taken most of the excess off here. There we go. Filling it in so you guys can see it's mostly clean there. Now I'm going to demold it. And this is the tough part because this is so thin. I'm holding my own breath while I do this. So you just want to get it like unstuck, kind of all the way around the edges. I hope everyone can still see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of unsticking it. I think my husband and my daughter are home too. Okay, can everybody see that? A little excess right here that I can cut off. Frames are not my friend. They're not mine either. So there's the mermaid. Should we paint that one gold so you guys can see it a little better? Yes, we should paint all the things gold. I can probably do a frame too. This is going to be the longest video in the history of everything. Can you guys see it's already golden and beautiful? I sing everything. Is that weird? I was a singer in my past life. Okay. So you can see with the fondant, this is what I want you guys to see about the fondant, using the fondant in the molds. Let me just pick that up for you real quick. Can you guys see all those details that the fondant picked up? Every single little bead, line, swirl, everything's on there without fondant. This is dry highlighter. Dry highlighter that I'm using. Every little detail's in there. So there's that. Okay, and then I want to do something with this, so I'm going to paint the bow too while we're here. So here's the white bow made out of fondant, so I'm going to paint this. This is the sequin, I think they call it the sequin bow, and I love it. It's so cute, and it's big. And so you can see all those little details coming out. I hope the camera's focusing on that. I should probably be using a different brush to do this one. And it looks like I keep like dipping it in all this highlighter, but really I'm going in that like empty spot and just getting this little like dust, because you don't want to like dip it all the way in there. You just waste all your gold dust. So the reason I'm not using wet is because I don't want the fondant to start getting all gummy, because I just got these out of the molds and I haven't dried them. If you've been having them drying for a couple of days, yes, you can use, you know, wet highlighter or whatever, you know, Everclear, somebody said, lemon juice mixed with their highlighter. But because I just kind of demolded these, they would get wet and soggy, and I don't want that to happen. So there's that. It's all gold. Let me see if this chocolate needs to go back in the thing, because I'm gonna do swirls on the thing like everybody's been asking me to. Let me throw this in the microwave really quick. 1 second, 1 second. We'll see if that heats up nicely. I'll do this gold too, because why not? And do this letter gold so you can see all those little details in the letter too. And then for the pink one, really quickly here, because I don't want to bore everyone, I'm just kind of going to go over just barely, so it's kind of just dusted with gold, but still you can see the pink. Let me dust a little bit of that off. Maybe a little too much gold there. That's okay. I have a lot of brushes, so each one does a different thing. That's my microwave telling me, get me out. So I'm just barely dusting this, so it's just, you can still kind of see the pink through. Let me go with that chocolate. Still microwaving chocolate, sorry. There we go. There we go. All right. Is everybody still there? Everybody is okay? So I'm going to start piping now. The moment you've all been waiting for. The dust is Albert Ooster highlighter. Okay, here we go. This bow is also by Ella, yes. Yeah, let me move this all out of the way so that we can see everything. So, okay, so I'm piping. I can only do this once because I have one cake pop. I got the bow mold from Ella. I got the highlight. Ella also sells highlighter. She sells everything, doesn't she? She's like the gal that sells everything. So I'm gonna start piping. And I can only do it once because I have just this one. So here we go. Can everybody see okay? I'm using CK 2-ounce bottles with a number 2 piping tip. I'm sorry, I'll hurry. I thought I would be going to sleep early today. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I hope everyone can see this. I'm starting at the bottom. Did everybody see that? And now I'm gonna go off of that line. Can everybody see that? Okay, so now from here, this is just my design. You guys can do it. I don't do the S swirls. This is just kind of my own design that I've kind of picked up through the years. Okay. This is kind of an awkward position, so usually it kind of looks a little bit better than this. Oh wait, and then I do one down here. And then one up here. Is everybody seeing this? I hope so. And then kind of a big one right here. And that's it. And then if you want to kind of go back, you can put like little, you know, little things if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what the theme is. So there you go. It's usually a little smoother than that, but. So there we have that. And then I'm going to put the gold bow on. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, because I'm going to put the gold bow on this pink one. I'm going to put it just right on the front. I'm going to apply some chocolate. We're going to do like a whole, just kind of right on the top there. I'll just hold it there and let it. I'll try to do a frame too after this. Hopefully that'll stick. Okay. And then I'm going to stick this on that black one that we just did the swirls on. Okay, let me get a frame out. See if I can do a frame. Which one? This one? Do this one. Where did you buy the bottles? I think we found them on Country. Gosh, I can't remember the names of anything right now. But you can Google it. It will come up. Country, somebody, who was it? Country Kitchen USA. Thank you. Should I buy, do I use Paramount crystals? No. Should I buy a cake ball roller? No. Country Kitchen USA. The cake ball roller, I roll by hand. I just roll by hand because that has worked best for me. And it's rolling by hand is free. So that's what I'm saying about that. How do I get the chocolate so smooth? My chocolate is Jatard chocolate. And I just melt it in the microwave at 30-second intervals, and it just goes like that. And it's just smooth. How far in advance do I make the fondant details? I kind of have a process. So like Monday, I answer emails and messages. And then Tuesday, I would start making my my fondant details or chocolate details or whatever. Wednesday is my baking day. And then Thursday and Friday, I start making my orders. And then people have to pick up, I'm a licensed in-home bakery, so I have to have people pick up at certain times. So my pickup times are Friday between 5 and 7 or Saturday before 10 a.m. And they can't miss those times, or else I would get fined if I got caught doing that. I use Jatard Vanilla Appeals for white, and then dark and milk chocolate, and then they have red and green, and this is at Winco. So yeah, yikes is right. And what's awesome is that when I got licensed, I didn't know that my neighbor worked for the health department, so I really have to stick to all the rules because he lives right next door. And so he's watching me at all times. Yeah. They're, because they don't want, if you're, you know, people are coming in and out of your house. Okay, I'm going to do this with the frame, just the same way I did everything. I don't know if I've done this actually, now that I think about this. So this will be a first time for me too. Let's see if it works. So yeah, they don't want people, you know, driving all around your neighborhood at all kinds of crazy times. So I'm just putting pressure on with this rolling pin and kind of scraping. I'm not rolling it at all. So I'm going to go back. You can see it's already thinned out right there. Okay, so I'm just going to go back the other way. Let's see, fingers crossed. It worked a little. Let's see if I can get it out of here. It's a little thin right there. Let's see what it looks like when I get it out. I think this one you'd probably have to put it in the freezer because it's like indented kind of. I did a lot of these for an Alice in Wonderland order, but I used chocolate and it was a big old pain in the butt. Maybe I did use them. What did I use for those last ones I did? I think I did this. I can't remember, guys. I'm getting old in my old age. Oh yeah, I did use fondant. Now that I'm doing this, I can remember. So yeah, a freezer would be better, but I mean, it's coming out okay. You just have to kind of reshape it when it comes out. But yeah, I'd probably have to put that in the freezer. See the bottom there got a little meh. The frame is, yeah. Every mold I'm using except for the letter mold is by Ella. She was asking is the frame mold by Ella. Let me try this one. See how this goes, because this is really indented. So this one you would definitely, you could do the fondant. You could see that the rolling pin worked no problem for this mold. I'll do it again. So the rolling pin works. It's just getting it out would need a little bit in the freezer, I think. Don't you guys think that would help? I think so. Let me get this little excess off right here. Using this fondant. Is this video going on forever? I get worried that people get bored of me. I hope I'm giving good tips and people aren't just like, ugh, you're talking forever. There you go. See, you guys are sharing with each other. That's great. This is the best, right? Oh, here we go. This one's coming out better. So if I do it this way and just have it like come out on the cutting block, it gets less messed up, but I still think the freezer is the best way to go there on this one. And it only takes like really 30 seconds in the freezer. Let me see. Can you guys see the comments? I have it in a way where the comments are like weird. So yeah, you probably need to put that one in the freezer, I think. Meh. That one was a fail without the freezer, I think. But still, the rolling pin thing does work with that one. Let's see. This one is really thin. Way less time than chocolate. So you can see I'm going really fast. Once you guys get used to this method, you can just do it really fast. It's not like it would take you forever. You can do a million of these. Pop it in the freezer for 30 seconds. Pop it out. Let's see. Yeah, my nails are really useful. Why do we have to wear gloves? Yeah, this one's really thin. This one broke coming out. Yeah, the frames you definitely have to pop in the freezer. I don't know why I can't remember doing these because I did a bunch of them. So yeah, the method works, but you just have to pop them in the freezer before you take them out. So there's that. Okay, now that my swirl has dried, there it is. The lighting's not that fab. Let's see where I want to put this thing. Let me see, has it dried? Yeah, it has. Where's a good spot for this? There it is. Okay, I'm just gonna put kind of like a big dab so it's kind of over the swirl there. And can we see this? There's a lot of excess. I'm going to take this brush, kind of get all this excess off. My towel here. Sugar Geek Show is live on Periscope. I hate when I'm doing a Periscope and like other people that I want to watch go live. I could watch it later. Okay. There we go. The lighting's weird right now, but it looks cute in person. That's what's important. Now if we get the two together. There we go, all lacy and beautiful and Parisian. So how long did it take us to do 2 cake pops? Like 3 hours. But anyways, you guys get the point with the molds. So to recap here, what did we talk about? We talked about the fondant. Should I adjust the thing so we're talking face to face? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay, what did I miss? The lace is so pretty. Okay, let me adjust this back up so that we can talk. Hi everyone. Here I am. I'm adjusting the camera. Don't look at my nose or anything. Okay. Was there anything else anybody wanted to talk about or see? I know. Well, Ella, where is she? In Washington or something? She's on vacation somewhere fancy. That girl. When can I do a cake pop tutorial? Well, I've done a lot. I'm trying to get on here as much as I can. I'm going to try to clean up while we're... Oreos. I can definitely do Oreos. I'm so young. Thank you. Do the fondant decorations ever fall off or break on your cake pops? No, I attach them pretty good. That's pretty important. Is I can definitely do the pyramid mold. It takes a few minutes and I don't have any chocolate heated up, so let's do that like a whole nother session on the chocolate pyramid molds, because I wanted to show you guys the different color, like how you do the different colored chocolate pyramid molds, so that they look all kind of swirled and cute like that. So we'll definitely do like a whole session on the chocolate Oreos. I don't do apples. However, my friend Mamarella's Sweets and Treats, I don't know if she's back on here. She does amazing apples and she's going to do classes. So go and follow her. Mamarella's Sweets and Treats, she's on here too. Little Gabby, hi girl. With fondant decorations, do I also bag them? I don't bag any of my cake pops. If they want them bagged or bowed, I charge extra for that. I put everything in BRP boxes, which I add that into my pricing, the BRP boxes, because the kind of the work that I do, which is probably why you're asking that, the work that I'm doing, like this kind of a thing, let me hold it up so now it's in this light. Putting this in a bag is just not, I don't know, it wouldn't work, you know? Or like something like this, it just would fall off, Not like, oh, I don't want to cover my work with a bag, but I just think it would fall off, you know? So, and I'm not really doing a lot of character stuff right now. I'm doing a lot with the molds and stuff. Any tips on making perfect stripes on the cake pops with chocolate? I have a tutorial on Instagram on how to do the striping. If you guys look up the hashtag cake poppin tips, there's 70 Instagram posts on tips and videos and picture tutorials. Can you check me out on Instagram, KL Desserts? Absolutely. Just tag me in my last picture. Because sometimes when people tag me in their pictures, I don't know if you guys know this, but Instagram only lets you read a certain amount of notifications. So, Mimi Cakes, okay, bye. I know it's late where you guys are. I know all the East Coasters have probably got to go. So on Instagram, do I come on every night? I try to come on every night. I do rent my stands out, yes. How much would I charge for something like this? Good night, Darlene. For something like this, I would charge $40 a dozen, probably $40 to $45 a dozen. If they wanted everything different, definitely $45 a dozen. They wanted like different stuff. The same, it depends. It depends. It all depends on the person and what they're asking for. Because sometimes, you know, let me think of an order. Somebody like the carousel. Hi, thank you. The carousel order. So good night, guys, all the people that are leaving. The carousel order, so the horses were a certain price, and then the bow ones, you know, were less because the carousels were hand painted and this huge amount of work, and then the bows were a different price. So a certain dozen were this price and a certain dozen were this price. And I do have a minimum of 2 dozen. And they have to order 2 dozen. They can't just order a dozen, and it has to be 1 flavor of cake. So does that help? How many designs per batch? They can have they can have as many designs, but the price goes up for designs. So. How much do I charge for the BRP boxes with the cake pops? I would probably add $3 to $4, and I think Shelly Poppins has like a return policy. Like if they return them, or somebody that has a return policy. Maybe it's not Shelly Poppins. I don't, because I don't really want people, you know, like having to worry about bringing back stuff to my house or anything. So. Not me. Sorry, girl. It's somebody was saying that they have a return. Who was it? I can't remember. Someone. But I don't want people to have to like return back to the house. So yeah, I just include that in the pricing, and those are the best, and they're safer that way. I don't do berries. No, yes, exactly. Germs. I don't do strawberries. I only do cake pops, Oreos, smash cakes, which I'll do. I think a good session, yeah, Shelly Poppins. Everybody go follow Shelly Poppins. She's great. She's my partner in crime. Smash cakes, which if you guys want to add something to your repertoire, a smash cake, self-taught, yes. Yes, smash cakes are great for that. The ruffle cakes, the ombre cake, rosettes. I do all little specialty smash cakes, and I'll walk you guys all through that. That would be a great session because my smash cakes are all 4 inches. The name of the candy apple girl is Mamarella's Sweets and Treats. She's on Instagram, and she is going to be offering classes. There she is, Right there, Momorella Sweets and Treats. Everyone start following her. Here she is, right here. She's commenting. She's going to start offering classes soon. And me and her are starting to think about doing a class tour. What do you guys think about that? A class tour. Cake pops and apples with me and Momorellas. What is that? Yeah, so I think we're gonna start throwing around those ideas and starting to come see you guys. That would be the best. World tour, worldwide. We could be, our name has to be Prestige Worldwide, I think. Is that already taken? Yeah, San Diego first. Actually, yes, we were thinking about San Diego. Oh, that was something else. Everybody, let me show you. I have my phone right here. San Diego is having a cake pop meetup in September while everyone's on here. Let me just look it up really quickly. I want to tell you guys. Let me see. SoCal Bakers. Okay, the Instagram for the SoCal. Let me see here. SoCal. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Is it backwards? So September. There you go. Little Gabby. SoCal Bakers Meetup in San Diego, September 19th. Meetup in San Diego. Super fun. I went to the last one in Vegas. It was fabulous. I was the guest speaker there. And it was very fun. It was, we talked a lot about everything, the SoCal Bakers Meetup, and Little Gabby's Desserts, and Mary from Stick a Cake in It put it on. You're welcome. I hope I will be there. I really hope I can. We'll be there. I hope so. Especially if I'm a guest speaker, I'll definitely be there. Hint, hint. SoCal Bakers Meetup. The SoCal Bakers Meetup. So if you guys want, if you can't make it to Cake Pop Con, because I know it's a big trip, it's really expensive. Especially if you're from California. For me, I can't go to Cake Pop Con this year. The San Diego one is really fun, and I have a blast at those meetups. It's great. Why oh why does nothing exciting happen in Arkansas? I have family in Arkansas. How funny. I don't know. Well, exciting stuff happens in Arkansas, like storms and things, I think. I'm close to you. I hope you do a local class from Visalia. Me too. I wish the local people would recognize, their local talent. And I wish I could do classes around here. I would love to do classes. So yeah, that's in the works, but yeah, I'll let you guys know if I have any updates on classes. But is there any question? The CK 2-ounce bottles, Incredibites. Yes. Oh, what brand is the brush that I used in the second bow? Let me see here. This one. This is from Michaels. And let me see here. It's a Michaels. The number is 269979. I'm like looking it up on Michaels. I think you can put in that number of brush on michaels.com and it will come up with this brush, and you can buy it online. It's like $5.99. What brand, what's the name of the boxes I use? They're from BRP Box Shop, and they're the cake pop bottles. Or the cake pop boxes. I'm sorry, somebody asked about bottles as I was answering that. What bottles and where did I get them? Okay, these are the CK 2-ounce bottles. And somebody posted Country Kitchen USA were the cheapest places to get them. Can I do a pricing class? Yeah, I can talk about Country Kitchen USA. Incredibites. Oh, Incredibites, the girl who knows things. There she is. There she is. There's my fact person. I was waiting for you. There were so many questions, and I was like, where's Incredibites? So yes, here's the CK 2-ounce bottles. My Disco Dust highlighter brush from Michaels. This is Shelly Poppin's brush. Don't tell her I'm using it because she's going to want it back. And I don't want to give it back. I'll have to buy my own. Well, I just got the new ones from Ella, so I guess I can give her these back. But I'm really not going to. Oh, there she is. Dang it. She busted me. So, anywho, that was a long one. And a good one, though, I think. Okay, so here's them in the light. It's kind of like not a good light, but there they are. There's your lace and your roses. See here. There we go. I'm so glad you guys like these and it's doing good stuff for you and helping you. And that's what this is all about, this community, the baking community, is sticking together and helping each other and being there for each other, giving each other tips and sharing. So thank you, everyone, and don't worry, Brody is fine. I am not neglecting him. He's asleep right here next to me. And I can't wait for the next one. If it blocked my... Oh, I didn't block your comment. I'm not going to block anyone unless they try to like say they're going to make out with me. And even then, it might be okay. Just kidding. Okay, guys. It's very late. I'm going to skedaddle. Happy birthday, Disneyland. By the way, I've been posting a lot of Disney stuff, so happy birthday, Disneyland. I wish I was there right now. But I'm so happy to be here with you guys, and have a great night. I will see you guys soon. Go ahead and post on Instagram what you want to see next and to give me some ideas. I've got pricing. I've got a whole cake pop tutorial from rolling to dipping. So I've got a lot of ideas going. Smash cakes, all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon. Bye.